Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. I decided to mix things up and instead of doing tarot reading, I would use an oracle deck this week. And I decided to use a deck that I haven't used in a while. It's the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. And this is my second attempt at a reading video. So my first attempt, my cats were just way too annoying. And I know some of you like seeing and hearing my cats in the background, but you wouldn't have liked this. They were just like way too irritating. So I have put them in the rec room in the basement for now. Okay, so let's start with the first card. So the first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Okay, and we have Harmony. This is a great card to get. So the theme of this card is basically, I feel like this card is telling you sort of how things are going to be. So it's kind of like a forecast, but it's also giving you some advice. So I think that there's an increased likelihood that things are going to be harmonious at the beginning of the week. So if there's something that you are worried about, especially if it had to do with like a relationship or something to do with like communication, something like that, then things are going to kind of smooth over by the beginning of the week. And the other piece of this card is it's encouraging you to create harmony in your life. And really think, if you're making any decisions this week, if you're doing anything, ask yourself, is this going to create harmony in my life? Or is it going to create disharmony and stress and anxiety? So how harmonious is this decision? And even asking yourself, what can I do this week to create more harmony in my life? And that could be harmony in relationships. That could even just be harmony in the relationship that you have with yourself. So just feeling less stressed out about things, not doubting yourself, but really, really try to create and cultivate harmony in your day-to-day life. And then in the beginning or the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, we have choice. So if you have been trying to make a decision about something, and I just noticed today that I have like 5 things that I'm trying to make decisions on, and some of them are big things and some of them are not so big, but they're all important, and I've really been kind of wrestling with them the last week or so. So I'm excited that this card has come up. So if you've been trying to make a decision, or if you've been thinking about something, contemplating, the middle of the week is a time to finally make a choice, to make a decision. And when you make a choice, you're choosing one particular path, which means that you have to kind of turn your back on all other paths for the time being. And I just want to look at this card a little bit closer. You also create opportunities for yourself when you make decisions. So I think sometimes we're afraid of choosing one path and letting another path go. We're afraid of closing doors, but keep in mind that sometimes we have to do that in order to create opportunities for ourselves. Sometimes we need to fully commit to one thing in order for that one thing to grow, in order to fully step through into the next phase of our lives. Sometimes we have to let certain things go. So with every choice and with every decision, new doors are opening while other doors close. There's also this dove here, which is a symbol of peace, and that goes nicely with the harmony card that we got, and there's some birds there too as well. It's kind of nice. So again, there's this sort of peacefulness, and once you make a choice, once you make a decision, be at peace with that. Like, just really make that decision and then don't think about it. Don't worry about it anymore. Okay, so next card. This is the card for the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have Awakening, which is a really exciting card. It kind of reminds me in some respects of Judgment, kind of waking up and becoming aware of something and reinventing yourself. So with this card of Awakening, it's about reaching a higher level of awareness and fully opening your eyes. And, the fog has lifted. You can see things clearly. And you may see things differently. So by the weekend, I think you're going to have a different perspective on things. And it seems like that awakening can only happen after a choice is made. So I really like the flow of these cards. So in the beginning, we want to create harmony so that we can make a choice. Because I think when you feel disharmonious and you're anxious about stuff and you're doubting yourself, it's hard when you're in that space to make good decisions. So first step is create harmony. Second step, make some choices, make some decisions, let some things go. And only once you've made those choices or that particular choice, then this phase of awakening can begin and you can see things more clearly. So I almost get the sense that for a lot of us, we have a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things we might be considering and mulling over. And all those things are really taking up a considerable amount of our time and our energy. And as such, it almost creates kind of like a fog around us where we can't see things clearly and we can't experience things with clarity because our energy is in all these different things. And so this idea of making a choice and committing to one thing, making a decision, it brings with it a certain simplicity and a certain clarity that can be seen in this awakening card. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom out and look at all these cards together. And some repeating symbols I'm noticing are the roses. So there's roses here, there's roses here. And the harmony and the awakening card are similar in that the woman on the card is looking up towards the sky, whereas the choice card, she's kind of looking down. It looks like she's looking at, I was gonna say it was a crystal ball or something. I still can't figure out what it is she's really looking at. There's birds on two of the cards, and for me, birds symbolize freedom and flight and being able to lift off, to take flight and really, get your wings, so to speak, and create freedom and movement in your life. Just seeing if there's anything else I want to mention. I'm also really struck by the red in the center card. That red dress is very powerful to me, and it's just such a intense color, and my attention is drawn to it. And I'm not really sure what it means, but I think that it means whatever choices or decisions we make this week or even this month, these are things that we feel passionate about. These are things that are important to us. And by making a choice and making a decision, it's like we put on our power suit. We become more intentional, we become more focused, and we ultimately become more empowered and powerful when we are able to make clear decisions and choices and be more focused and deliberate in our lives. I also feel like there's an opportunity this week. And I say that because I'm noticing the sort of archway, the doorway here, and then also this doorway here. It's like going through a portal into another world or another realm or something like that. And so to me, that's an opportunity to take the next step. And again, when I look at the center card, there's stairs on that card. So I feel like this is about taking the next step that we need to take in our lives. And I think that's it. I think I've summed it up. So as always, I invite you to contemplate these cards as well and notice if there's anything that speaks to you on these cards. Is there a particular symbol or aspect of the card that really, really speaks to you? Is there any messages or intuitive ideas that you had as you were looking at these cards? And if you feel like sharing, feel free to share in the comments below. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it and have a wonderful, wonderful week.